Okay, hello guys, my name is Fernando Araujo, head instructor of Jungle BJJ in Czech Republic, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school. This is Andrei Galanda Spike, one of his current Czech and Slovak submission wrestling champion. I'll be going through some basic BJJ position, BJJ and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, some very important fundamental positions for the development of the ground fight, the ground system. And I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope it's going to be easy for you guys too.
Okay guys, so this is the basic guard. BJJ made it popular, like nowadays every style of the practice guard is very important. One important thing to understand is, even though I'm in the bottom, it doesn't mean I'm losing. In fact, there's much more that I can do to him than he can do to me. It's not likely he's going to be able to finish me when he's inside my guard. If he's a clever fighter, he's going to try to pass my guard first. He's going to try to uncross my feet and pass it. Okay? It's up to me if I have the close guard. It's up to me to not let that happen. When I say that there's much more I can do to him, I really mean it. Because, for example, if he thinks about for example, choking me, for example, see he's like pressing my gi against my neck. He's at the same time exposing his arm. It's not very difficult for me to move and catch his arm and finish him. Same thing goes if he tries to attack my arm, for example. He tries to apply a lock in my arm. Yes, if I just stay there, he might. But that's the thing, I can move. Once he goes for my arm, I can easily move to the side and catch his back. So it's not like he's going to be in a better situation. And he will not even be able to finish the lock he tried. Okay, so we're going to start showing things you can do from the guard, okay? You can either sweep or finish the fight right there. So, first thing, I keep my guard closed. If I don't want to risk opening, one thing very basic I can try is like choking him. In order to choke him, I gotta use my hands and my legs. It's not very difficult. First thing, I pick one side, I open his lapel to create space, and gonna stick my hand, I'm gonna try to go as deep as possible, okay? But the thing is, he's far from me. That's when I'm gonna start using my legs. I press his body with my knees, and I pull him, bring him close to me. The moment he postures himself, the moment he puts his hand on the mat to protect, that's when I'm gonna make a tight grip. And remember, the tighter you hold, the deeper you go, the better it's gonna be, okay? The better control you're gonna have. As soon as I make this grip, I make sure that the inner part of my wrist is gonna be against his neck. So I grab and I pull, bringing it to me, okay? Now, two things might happen. First thing, that I have a good control, he cannot posture. So I move to the other side, I stick my wrist next to the other part of my wrist, next to the other side of his neck, press, and I grab the gi. I grab his gi right on right next to his neck. As soon as I'm done with that, I use my legs again to bring him closer to me, and I finish him by pulling both sides of the gi, opening my elbow. Okay? Okay guys, so this is one basic escape from the mount. He's mounting me, which means I'm not in a good situation. First thing I should worry about is like my safety. I don't expose, important thing, I'm not going to expose my arm, neither my neck. There's the two things you can attack. So I play safe here, I'm patient, I'm going to wait for the best moment. And then the best moment comes when he starts to choke me. He tries to choke, you see, he makes a very deep and tight grip. So the first thing I should worry about is not let him like start with the side choke, not let him apply a lot of pressure on my neck. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab his wrist to protect my neck, and at the same time I'm gonna lift my shoulder, make it difficult for him to reach it. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing now, I gotta start worrying about moving him. I gotta make about outbalancing him. So the first thing I'm gonna do after protecting my neck, before he start taking the other side, I'm gonna use my foot. I'm gonna go with my foot. I'm gonna hook his leg to make sure he won't be able to protect himself. Make sure he won't be able to spread his leg and protect against the flip. Okay. And now I'm gonna need my free hand here. My right hand I'm not using this time. I'm gonna make it busy by grabbing his shoulder, because I'm gonna need to pull him to the side, because I'm gonna try to flip him. I'm gonna need this extra help, okay? But that's not gonna be enough. Apart from all these details, I need to bridge, I need to outbalance him. So I'm gonna bridge in one move, as high as I can. I'm gonna outbalance him, pushing up with my hips, and then I pull him to the side with this grip on his shoulder, tripping his foot, making it possible for him to defend, to spread his leg. So he starts choking me, I defend, I lift my shoulder. Before he catches the other side, I bridge, and I quickly turn to the side, pulling him. But careful, because as soon as I escape, I'm open for a choke. I'm open for a guard choke. So before he catches my other side, as soon as I escape, I stick my hand protecting, okay? Okay, so as I said, like make sure you don't move your hips up. Make sure you keep the pressure all the time. It helps if you spread your knee to the side. It's going to be easier for you to apply the pressure. And make sure you don't leave, you don't let him outbalance you. Meaning, use your hands, keep it tight. Don't let him go anywhere. Whenever you're ready, you pick one side without exposing. You open his gi. Stick the hand grenades to choke him as deep as possible, and with the side of your wrist against his neck. So that's one. As soon as you make this grip, you move to the opposite side, because your body weight is going to start pressing his neck already. As soon as you're ready, you come with your thumb, grab his lapel as deep as you can, and the outer part of your wrist is going to be pressing against his neck. Now, as soon as you have both grips tight, you move back to the middle, bring your forehead all the way down, and finishing by opening your elbows. At the same time pulling his gear. This pressure is going to make him tap. Okay guys, so we're going to be practicing armbar from the mount. In this case, as you can see, Spike is mounting Moskovsky. But first he needs to create an opening. He needs to force Moskovsky to expose his arm. One good way he can try that is by trying to choke him. Because at the moment he goes for his neck, he's going to force him to use his hand to protect against the other hand. Especially if he actually tries to push his hand away. That's when he's exposed that arm. And then our Spike is going to take his time and hug the exposed arm, letting go the choke, moving forward, keeping his legs close to his armpit, not allowing him to go anywhere, keeping all the pressure on his chest, make sure he's not going to be trying to bridge or anything, hugging his arm, pressing him down at the same time, crossing his leg, not crossing his feet anymore, but press his knees together to keep the pressure on his arm, make sure he won't be able to rotate his arm and try to escape. And now using his body, not his arm, but his body is going to be bringing his arm down and bridging, applying leverage against his elbow. Okay guys, let's go through like how to go through a mount position from the side. In this case, Moskovsky got Spike down, he's on the side, but it's not an easy task, because Spike knows about BJJ. He's going to be protecting. He's going to, as you can see, using his leg to prevent himself from getting mounted. So it's up to Moskovsky now to find a way to mount, and that's what he's going to do. First thing he's going to do, make sure he's not going to be lifting his hips, because every time he lifts his hips up, Spike can throw him away. So he's going to make sure his hips are going to be always pressing down, always tight. Okay. Now Moskovsky is going to set up, going to create an opening by changing his stance. See, wide open, with total control of the head and of the hips. He's going to move higher. Now he's gonna, the thing is, Spike using his leg to prevent the mount. So Moskovsky's gotta find a way. He's gonna grab his foot and find an opening which is gonna be closer to Spike's hips. He's gonna start sticking the leg in. Spike is gonna try to prevent by blocking with his hand. Now Moskovsky's gonna change the direction of the foot. He's gonna start pushing against Spike's foot, getting rid of his grip and holding his arm, preventing from pushing his legs and slide into the mount. As simple as that.
now he controls the mount, getting total control of the mat.
Okay, now I got Moskovsky in my guard. I'm gonna go for a triangle choke. But the thing is, in order to go for a triangle choke, I'm gonna control both arms because I'm still gonna decide which side I'm gonna attack. So then I'm gonna open my guard. I'm gonna put my feet on his hips and I'm gonna keep his arms open with my shin. Okay, keep my knees high. Notice that he's posturing. He's keeping himself in a safe distance, so I cannot try to choke him, cannot reach him. Yeah, that's a smart strategy from him, but I can also lure him into coming back to my guard by picking one side, putting my foot against his biceps and pushing it away. Make him believe I'm gonna try to actually sweep him or push him away from me. Force him to try to enter my guard, fighting back against my leg, against my foot. As soon as he starts fighting back, try to bring my foot down, I bring the other arm inside my legs, put it between my legs, and I free my foot over his shoulder, moving my hip up, with the help of my foot on his hip, moving my hips up and catching his head. As soon as I catch his head, notice I bring my shin down and pulling my toes, I lock the triangle right behind his shoulder, okay? Now for the final movement, I just make sure his elbow's in the middle. I grab my own shin next to his head, and to prevent him from escaping, I grab his leg, moving towards it. Squeezing my knees, he taps. And now in full speed. Okay, so now we're gonna be practicing one choke from a completely hopeless situation when you're going somebody with very good takedowns. In this case, Moskovsky, he's got a very strong lower back. It's gonna be difficult for Spike to defend, to protect against his double leg. So he's gonna use his gi to apply a choke on Moskovsky. Typical guillotine using the gi. So Moskovsky went for his legs, locked very tight. So as you can see, Spike noticed he won't be able to defend. He sticks his hand underneath Moskovsky's neck and uses his own gi to lock it tight. Now once Spike has this grip on his own gi, important detail, on the opposite side of the arm, as soon as he goes down, the more Moskovsky pushing against him, the tighter it's going to get on his neck. So as you can see, Moskovsky's going to take him down, and now he doesn't even have to worry about locking the guard or anything, because wherever Moskovsky goes, he's going to be making tighter. So as you can see, Spike's got a very tight grip on his gi, and he's got his neck, his wrist right beneath Moskovsky's neck, meaning he's really getting choked now. As now Spike's gonna apply on me a counter to a fireman's carry. I'm gonna go for a throw him. I'm gonna grab his gi, his sleeve. I'm gonna go down towards his leg, completely under him, unbalancing him. But at the same time, while I'm going to be trying to take him down, I'm going to be exposing my arm. He's going to lock my arm and use that against me to be able to roll me and finish me. So I'm going for the fireman's carry, all the way down, unbalancing him, but he locks my arm. And he locks the previous arm as well. Now with his power, his leg, he's going to force me to roll. Now I'm going to be falling facing up, but completely dominated. He gets rid of my grip, catch my neck, and goes behind my neck with the other hand and choke me out. I won't be able to escape. I'm locked. Okay, now a very typical self-defense situation when my opponent is possibly intoxicated and trying to hit me with a very common punch with over the head blow, which is going for the quick one blow knockout, hit me using all the power he can. And because he's not a very technical fighter, he's not a technical boxer, he doesn't know how to apply this punch properly, and he doesn't know how to keep his balance. So I'm going to take advantage of that. So he's going to come with overhead blow. I use my wrist to protect, and notice how he's off balance. I just take advantage of that, going under him, catch his leg, and now moving center of gravity from his leg to his shoulder. By doing this. See how quick he falls, now giving me room to escape, to ask for help, to just leave him in peace sleeping.